Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome to another episode of the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant Chappel. If it is your first time here, welcome. The show is extremely simple. Every single week, we take all the week's gaming, geek, and nerd news, nerf it down into one show once a week for you, the audience. If you think that sounds awesome, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, if you need more Nerf Report in your life, head on over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where you can get more gaming news throughout the week. And on this week's episode, Microsoft unveils the future of gaming, Telltale's The Walking Dead lives to see another day, and PlayStation confirms what we've all known for a while: the PlayStation 5 exists. But before we get into any of that, here's your top headlines. Fortnite, easily the biggest game of 2018. This year alone, we survived the meteor, defeated Thanos, and obsessed over a weird purple cosmic cube. But for the people like me who have talked about Fortnite literally every week, it's time to finally get paid. This week, Epic Games announced a brand new in-game event called Support a Creator, in which players can support their favorite content creators through their in-game purchases. For a limited time, every 10,000 V-Bucks spent in-game, your favorite creator will earn $5, which means we're selling out. That's right. The Nerf Report is now known as the Fortnite Report. And everybody who watches this show clearly plays Fortnite, and if even one of you spends 10,000 V-Bucks, I'm gonna be rolling in the money, so bring it in. I'm done. I'm retiring. What's that? 1,000? I need 1,000 subscribers? Wish you guys would have told me that before I bought the outfit. The biggest headline to come out of this week was the confirmation that Sony will soon allow gamers to change their PSN IDs. So let's talk about it in a segment that I like to call PS. I forgot to tell you. Sony announced this week that PSN name changes are officially entering the PlayStation Preview program. PlayStation owners can now change their gamer IDs for the first time for free. And after the first name change, it'll cost $10 or $5 for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Also this week, Xbox unveiled a brand new update for the Xbox One dashboard. The update includes improvements for new avatars, Dolby Vision support for Netflix, and support for Alexa-enabled devices. And thanks to the update, gamers can now use commands like Alexa, launch Sea of Thieves, or Alexa, where the hell is Crackdown 3?
And now for something completely different. Yeah.
Last week, Google fired the first shots in the next generation console war, and this week, Microsoft returned those shots with an attack that would make Master Chief just so proud. On Monday of this week, Microsoft announced Project xCloud, a global game streaming technology. The technology would allow gamers to stream and play their Xbox or Windows PC games on smartphones or tablets. Project xCloud currently supports both 4G and 5G cellular network and will enter a public beta in 2019. Now, the news that Microsoft is working on a game streaming service isn't really news, because at E3 this year, Phil Spencer said, "Our cloud engineers are building a game streaming network to unlock console quality gaming on any device." And with this announcement, it looks like Microsoft is willing to allow gamers to play anywhere, as long as that platform is willing to allow it. So, Sony and Nintendo, I'd love to play Sea of Thieves on your platform, and it looks like Microsoft's willing to do it. Let's make it happen. And speaking of next generation consoles, this week PlayStation spoiled the second worst kept secret when they announced that PlayStation is currently working on the PlayStation 5. Surprise! This week, Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida was interviewed by the Financial Times, in which he said, "At this point, what I can say is it is necessary to have next generation hardware." Wait, what? That's all he had to say? Like, Xbox just gave us cloud frickin' gaming, and Google's giving us free copies of Assassin's Creed, and all PlayStation can say is, yeah, we're working on it. Now, granted, yes, we are a couple years away from the release of the PlayStation 5, but I can't help get discouraged when, Google and Xbox are announcing massive industry-changing features, and Sony's just like, yeah, we're working on it. For weeks now, we have been following the story of Telltale Games closing, and many gamers, like myself, were expecting the ending of Clementine's journey to be emotional, but just not like this type of emotional. Now, if you're not familiar, 2 episodes into Telltale's final season of The Walking Dead, Telltale announced that they would be closing immediately, and the remaining 3 episodes were in limbo. However, this week, the creator of The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, announced that he and he alone will save his beloved universe. In a tweet from Kirkman's Skybound Games, they said, "We're so happy to announce that we've reached a deal with Telltale Games that will allow Skybound to continue #The Walking Dead the final season. Let's wrap up Clem's story right. More details to come soon." Robert Kirkman followed the announcement at New York Comic-Con by saying, "We successfully negotiated with Telltale Games for our company Skybound to come in and see Season 4 of the Telltale game to completion." Kirkman continued by saying, "We just can't lose Andrew Lincoln and Clementine in the same year." And next up this week, we come to... that noise, of course, signifies that we are running out of time and coming close to the end of the show. So, in order to cover all the week's remaining news, we must initiate a segment that I like to call Nerfed in 60 Seconds. The rules to Nerfed in 60 Seconds are simple. Every single week, we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying! I know what you're saying. What if you die? Don't worry. Invested in a black flame candle. All it takes is a virgin to light it, and I'll come back to life.
I'll haunt you with my YouTube channel forever.
So, with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Thunder noise! And... go! We have 107 brand new Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go because Generation 4 Pokemon are inbound. We got brand new footage of the Overkill Walking Dead video game. Checked it out a little bit. Looks super cool. Can't wait to play it. Well, pack your bags, folks, because we're heading back to Pandora because we got a brand new game in the Borderlands series. Borderlands 2 Virtual Reality. Guacamelee 1 and 2 are coming to the Switch. And speaking of the Switch, because it's the Halloween season, Outlast 1 and 2 are also coming to the Nintendo Switch. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is officially the best-selling Assassin's Creed game in the last 5 years for Ubisoft. LEGO unveiled a brand new Overwatch LEGO kit for Bastion. It'll run you about $25 US. Forza Horizon 4 has officially sold 2 million copies. Stardew Valley is coming to the iPhone. And Epic Games has acquired the anti-cheat software company Camu. Or is it Camu? Kimu? Camu? Camu? Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Nerfed in 60 Seconds, and that is it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. But the most important thing you can do, you know what I'm about to say, let's say it together. Share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching.